Welcome to Stars Podcast. Through self-defense, mixed martial arts, nutrition, family, and all things in between, we share our journey of how we hack our mind and body to get the maximum return out of each day. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the journey. Hey guys, welcome back to Stars Podcast, your growth mindset mecca. This is your host, Ron Jordan, coming at you from Rocinante Studios in Slippery Rock, PA.
We were right in front of PNC Park and almost got carjacked.
Living near the city is a blast. I'm telling you, having options keeps things fresh. Around Slippery Rock, we only have so many options on things to do. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough or participating in the activities that are going on around me. I like museums, but I like people in the museums with me. I do not like it when I'm alone or semi-alone in large rooms like that. It's weird, but it freaks me out a little bit. I'm also the nerd who has the headphones on and actually listening to the story behind the paintings. My family gets so annoyed with me because when I go to the museum and get the headphones, I am into it for hours on end. I figured the artists spend so many hours on the project and poured their soul into it. How can I just blow by it? I do not know if I like it, but I know if I like the story or not. The painting can suck, but it's worth it. But its worth is in the creation of the story. This thought process is the same as I use from a marriage proposal, but that story is for another day. One time we went to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art, which is in New York City. This place has a real Van Gogh painting in there. They do not just have paintings though, there are displays that had like a mirror, a projector, and in a dark room. The theme was depending on which side of the room you were on, the art was completely different. The play on perspective. MoMA also has a whole section devoted to furniture and inventions. There are thousands of renditions of the chair. I was in that section for a long time. I think after that I had a new appreciation for the creativity that can be shown with a standard design. Due to the pandemic, they had to start selling off some of their artwork to pay for their rent. It's sad, and if you push out this pandemic and lack of people in the museums, it's going to be hard for that art to survive. Our trips to New York City are always fun. The drive is not that bad, and our hotel is very close to the Lincoln Tunnel, so it's hard for us to get lost. We park the car, pay for the in-and-out service, which we never use, check in, and then we are off. We log so many miles on foot when we are there. We walk all over the place, ride subways, take taxis, ride Uber, eat at Hell's Kitchen, travel to Hyde Park, and we have done all the touristy things. We've also been to Chinatown and Queens as well. We were never harassed or hustled or anything. Rewind back to Pittsburgh. Yes, we love the museums, but we love the casinos even more. We love casinos so much that we took our honeymoon to the mecca of casinos, Las Vegas. My wife and I decided that we wanted to try our luck this evening at the Rivers Casino in Pittsburgh. It was literally 10 minutes away with traffic from our place in Shaler. We both got $100 out and started to play. During the night, we were up, we were down, and ultimately cashed out with a couple $100. It was fun. Our strategy is to pick the same numbers all night. We do not chase numbers. Some of the best payouts is in roulette. Put 2 chips on, you get 70. Always play middle 0-0 and 0 and play 26. I don't know why, but it has worked for us. We always play at least 2 chips per number on the board. Like I said, we were feeling good and it was getting late, like 2 a.m. late. Time to head home. We get to the car, start out of the casino. We get to PNC Park and hit the red light. Out of nowhere, 2 guys flank our car and begin to attempt to open the door. I ran the red light and sped home. They could sell me a car the next day and I had no idea who they were. My wife and I both couldn't talk until we got home after the go, 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 go. It doesn't matter where you are or how comfortable things are. Bad things can happen everywhere. Evil is everywhere. Just because we didn't experience that evil in New York City doesn't mean it's not there. But the same goes for the flip side. There is good everywhere too. We just have to look. We see what we want to see all the time. We decide before we have all the facts. We can't help it. I listened to Zaya Tong on Realities We Don't See on Sean Carroll's Mindscape podcast. The results of the studies he was reviewing basically show that we have biases and fears in each and every interaction. Think internal dialogue when you're in front of the class giving a presentation. That internal dialogue for everyone can and is usually dependent upon the circumstances. Take, for example, the white basketball player. It's the example that Tong uses in his study. That player may think because basketball is dominated by African Americans that he must fit in to be taken seriously amongst the group, almost shrinking to an aspect. Now, Mr. Tong is an African American with a black father and white mother. He grew up in a racist America and lived through the struggles of separation. He goes on to tell a story of a time when he was allowed to swim in the white pool. They were only allowed to swim in that pool on Wednesday afternoons. He would literally line up in a line of other African Americans on Wednesdays in his swimming trunks with towel in hand and wait to go in the white swimming pool. I find this realization repulsive, and I am thankful for the civil rights movement and for their part to eradicate that from our way of living. However, I do disagree with Mr. Tong. I disagree that we must fit in to be taken seriously. Yes, it will take longer if we're genuine. It will take longer to be successful when you're bare naked in front of the crowd. But then you have no secrets. You can redefine what it means to be whatever it is you want to be. If you're a man and want to be a makeup model, do it. If you're a woman and want to become a mechanic, do it. Do not let society box you up. Do not let people around you destroy your identity. Our identity is the only thing we get to create. Be creative. And don't feel like you need to fit in. Just be you, and fitting in will happen around you. Hashtag enjoy the journey.
So the journey has begun. If you guys listening to our content today had any kind of value or you were moved in any way, please feel free to subscribe, pass it on, let everybody know that these two guys are the truth. They're out here just trying to do good things to make good people. Thanks.